talking real quick about pDAI, we kind of approach this conversation once a week here. Not necessarily getting into it very much and Atropa and whatever all is going on there right now. But pDAI, you know, had its crazy run up there back, what, I guess, like beginning, middle of September. I think the all-time high was at about 0024, 0026 or something like that. Since then, it has had quite a big pullback. It's gone the whole way down to like 75% off, almost 80%. Went down to what, 0007 or something like that. So my question to you, Ewok, and you know, maybe you could offer advice to anybody in this position. I'm not here to dunk on pDAI, but I'll probably make a thumbnail with this clip acting like we are, so people click on it, and then we'll get a bunch of vitriol comments, but whatever.
Sure.
So what do you, if you were, and I know you didn't, unless you did something and didn't tell me about it, but I know you didn't buy any pDAI. I threw a flyer in, which I think is what a lot of just regular sensible people did. If you did, you know what? I'm not telling anybody what to do. Whatever, it's your
sensible
money. Like,
hang on.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
You said a lot of sensible people. What a lot of sensible people did.
Well, from seeing some other streams, I just mean the sensible thing, if people wanted to get involved, would say like, you know what, this is intriguing. I think there's a little bit here. I'm going to throw a little wee flyer in. That's pretty much what I did. Yeah, I know. So for the people that are maybe deep into it and are down right now, even though it's been pumping like hell today, I haven't really checked on where it's been recently, but you know, that are down that low, that are maybe panicking or something right now, seeing the rest of the ecosystem was pumping a little bit and pDAI wasn't, which has been inverse from what we were seeing last month. What would you say to those people? I mean, like if they are panicking and regretting the buy and everything right now, what would you say to people that are down in pDAI right now? What would you say to me? That's really what I'm asking here. What do I do with my small pDAI stack, Ewok?
Well, if you really just threw in a little bit as a flyer, I would let it alone. There's no point pulling back at this or selling at this point of a pullback. You know, it is looking a little bullish today. Let it go. I don't really think there's anything to fear right here. I mean, this chart is looking pretty healthy. Yeah. I think it's operated by a bot. You know, there's more and more people still digging into this thing every day. Some people say they've got information on who created it and this and that. And I don't think it really matters at this point. You know, I'm still under the impression that it will probably never peg to $1. But that doesn't mean it's not going to run up. It doesn't mean it's not going to do some decent gains. So for the people that got in, you know, anywhere back in here, even if it gets to a penny for whatever, you know, that's still a nice, what, 10x from here. So sure. I wouldn't do anything foolish, and you know, you threw money in there and thinking that it was just a play, leave it in, leave it go, let it ride. You know, at this point, you're playing with the casino. It's a long shot. You got to let it go, because if you don't, and you do get out at this point, you'll kick yourself if it does happen to go up to even 10 cents or a penny or whatever it may end up doing. But
right.
I think the Oracle, if anything, if they're able to tie Fetch Oracle to this coin, it's one of the things that we talked about earlier in being able to peg to $1. If they're able to tie it in any kind of way, that's what DAI really uses to keep itself pegged, and that is an Oracle. And because we didn't have one on PulseChain, you know, that's why I said, well, it can't peg. There's no way to do it. Right. Because the code of it says that it needs an Oracle to do that. Well, with the addition of the Oracle, who knows how they could possibly integrate that into making it do what it needs to do. And, you know, here we are always creating value out of nothing. That's kind of what crypto is. But, you know, again, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do anything at this point, you know, with DAI or Teddy Bear or any of those things that you may have thrown a couple bucks in to see what happens. I think they all kind of had a little bit of a pullback, but yeah, let them go is my advice. But
what about SRF, Sens Research Foundation token? What would you do with that?
Don't know anything about it.
That's another. I don't know if it's affiliated with the Tropo, but I've heard that one talked about here too.
Well, I know
But
it's not affiliated with the
the
guy. What's
Sense
his
Research
name?
Foundation.
Yeah, Sen's Research Foundation. I definitely don't think that he had anything to do with it. What was his name? I'm drawing a blank.
I don't remember. No, I forget what it is too. But yeah, I'm with you on pDAI. I mean, you know, to be down as much as you may be down right now, and then just rotate it back into Pulse here, I think would be classic stupidity, because it's like, well, Pulse has run up, this is run down, and now you panic sold. If you are panic selling pDAI, though, I would say stop investing in stuff you don't actually believe in, because when PulseChain and PulseX and all these things went down 70%. Now, you may have panic sold. I don't know who I'm talking to here, but did you panic sell them? Because I surely didn't. I bought more. So if it's not something that when it goes down 70%, you want to buy more of, you shouldn't have been in it to begin with. So if you're having those feelings, maybe when you get back made whole again, or maybe when it 2X's, cash out your principal, whatever you want to do, and get out of it, because you know, not having that kind of belief, you know, you're always going to go wrong with an investment like that.
Well, so. and that kind of leads to what Brazology just said. He said, I noticed that pDAI, when these things drop pretty bad, when all the RH coins pumped, now that RH coins are pulling back, those seem to be going up. I don't know if it's so much people playing back and forth. I really hope not, because it's a good way to get caught with your pants down and lose all the gains that you made. So, you know, I hope that's not what people are doing, but you know, if they are and they're good traders, the problem is most people are not good traders. So you really can get sideways and upside down with this method of waiting for one to pump, sell it, buy into the other one, let it pump. You know, you almost have to have perfect timing to do that. Otherwise, you end up with a lot less of both coins that you're going back and forth with.
Well, people are definitely doing it. I mean, you know, as far as people, like the majority, I have no idea, but I know that people are doing that for sure. And I've been seeing the same thing that Briz said. Yeah, like once the core ecosystem goes one way, that's been going the other way. So definitely something to still keep an eye on. I mean, the only thing I'm really intrigued in is what is maybe going on with Atropa, how it links to some of these different tokens, and actually pDAI. I don't really go any further than that, but yeah, I forget. I don't even remember what PRS is. That's a pulse reflection something.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. You would have to look at like Dex Screener or something like that to see. As far as liquidity goes, I don't think well, you could look in PH, the fiat first, to see what pools are out there, if it's any of those. But your best bet is to look at Dex Screener to see who's got liquidity pools with it.
Yeah, hit up B Roots and Ian or those guys as well. I'm sure they're up to date with everything going on there too. So yeah, I don't shy away from those conversations. I think it's interesting. I definitely think the Atropa thing is worth some attention. Whether or not you buy any of the tokens is your own choice. So
yeah,
there you go. Good job. Good job.
There's your advice.
There's your advice. Yeah, thank you.